So we've talked about Buff, we've talked about Bostock, and we keep on talking about Pritchard, even though we haven't asked any questions. Um, Tell me how important. Like, I love, I love the fact that Steven is getting more publicity again now. Like, people are going, "Hey, have you heard of this guy, Steven Pritchard?" Because I really do think he kind of changed drug-free or drug-tested powerlifting in Australia. He was one of the guys that really exploded things. And
Yeah.
you trained with him from like day one for how many years?
Oh, can't remember, but there was a period when we were training at Southern where Steve Giffen was working at the Melbourne airport. So on
Hmm.
Saturday mornings, we used to drive to the Melbourne airport and train in the gym.
Oh, did you?
Uh, yeah, because Steve
How
was
was
the
that?
health. It was kind of cool because Steve Giffen was the healthcare manager or something,
Hmm.
and so after everything was quiet, we'd go in there and we'd bench. And I remember when Steve came in and was just a New Zealander that wasn't powerlifting, that was benching 160, 170 without training much. And we're like, oh, who's this dude? Because I was there before. I was there before Pritchard and before Buff and before Jason Spear. They all came within a year of probably me joining.
Yeah, okay. So Jason
So
was the last to join, I think. Is that right?
oh look, actually I think Jason was, I can't even remember, but I reckon Jason was not long after I started. I reckon
Okay.
Jason was before Buff and Steve.
Okay. Because
So
because Giffen refereed the gay games, didn't he?
I think so, yeah.
And that's how you guys picked up Jason.
No. Jason was just someone who walked into Southern like I did.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah.
I heard stories about Steve met him at refereeing the gay games or something.
No. He trained
No?
at Bodywell Balaclava
Oh,
with
there you
us.
go. Right, right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's
Um.
probably the story probably goes the other way around then.
Yeah. So, but
I've
like
got it wrong.
there was so many people that were around in that period. Like,
Mm.
um, back in those days, Scotty Upston was in Melbourne for a while, and I was a 19-year-old kid that was training with Scotty Upston, and then 7 years later, he became the para coach.
Yeah,
So,
okay.
so it's just like a lot of the people started around Giffo or had some connection to Giffo.
Hmm.
So,
You ever
um,
hear from the Giffins these days? When was the last
oh,
time you saw them?
uh, I bumped into Steve probably a few years ago just through work. Um, Look, I think when we broke off and did our own thing as SFW, it sort of created, to be fair, it created a bit of tension.
Right.
But I I probably regret when I chose to go the SFW way, not having a more detailed conversation with Steve. But I look back at it and go, I was only 18, 19 years old.
Hmm.
Um, so yeah, it's a bit of a regret. But I actually bumped into him and tried to talk about that when I bumped into him. So I have a lot of respect for what they did for me because they were my starting point. But when I look back, I don't regret the choice I made because look at the connections I made with some of the
Right.
best benches in the world. So,
Yep.
but I think with Steve, I mean, I think like you and Steve's rivalry was quite interesting to me because I always thought,
Oh, see, we were in different weight classes, so everybody thought we had a rivalry that we were competing with each other on points, and we never were.
yeah,
Like
but
we
I
never,
think,
and so we were always. Stephen was the person I spoke to most for about.
yeah,
There was about 4 years. I spoke to Stephen more often than I spoke to people in my own hometown.
yeah,
Um, and we just wanted to blow up massive benches.
mm. No, I think with Steve, he started the information sharing because
Yeah.
I know that when we talked about training differently, um, with the old Southern crew and all that, it unintentionally created a bit of difference of opinion. Yeah,
Yeah.
but that was how powerlifting was then. You
Yeah.
know. Um, but yeah, look, I don't. I probably regret how some of it went down, but I don't regret the decisions I made. And I'll always have a lot of respect for Steve and Mary because they were the. I've got a video at home of.
Mm.
I hope they listen to this one day actually too. Um,
I'll tag them.
of of.
Or actually, I tell
I
you what I'll do. So we've got the timestamp 1 hour, 1 minute and 40 seconds. I know
Yeah.
Ricky Flanders listens to this. So,
Yeah.
Ricky, you're listening.
Yeah.
Just fast forward to this part for Steve and Mary and pass this on, please. There we go.
Yeah.
All right.
So
Way to go.
I've got a video at home because we were going through it the other day.